welcome to the Geeky Girls Knit Podcast. I'm Cece, also known as Java Pearl.
I'm Damaris, also known as Damaris Stash a Bit Weird.
And we're glad to have you today. Today is not Wednesday. Today is Sunday, the 30th of August, 2015, and this is episode 156. We'd like to say a big welcome back. We love you guys. To our returning viewers, and a big hi to any new viewers. Thanks for giving us a shot. We hope you enjoy the show. Mayor, we have a couple people who joined the Ravelry group this week and introduced themselves, so why don't you give them a shout out?
Okay. Chelsea, who is C. Bogovic from, C. Bogovic from Kansas, and Rose, who is Country Dragon from California.
Welcome. Thanks for introducing yourselves. Mayor, if somebody is not a member of our Ravelry group, what should they do?
Join.
And then what?
Introduce yourself in our introductions thread, and you'll get a shout out on our next episode.
That's right. And you should join because that's the only way you can participate in giveaways, and we have 4 to talk about today. So our plan is to make this a mini episode because we're recording just a few days after we last recorded, but we didn't want y'all to have to go 2 full weeks without a podcast. So we'll talk more about the recording schedule at the end of the podcast. But today is our 3rd Podiversary, so we thought it was fitting to record today. We'll talk a little bit more about that in a little bit. So yeah, we're going to try to make this a shorter one. We're not going to do an Ask the Geeky Girls because we have a really a really interesting review to do. And since we're trying to keep this shorter, we're not going to do Ask the Geeky Girls, and we're not going to do GGK Crafty Pad pictures either. We will do that in the next episode. Yeah. Okay. Well, with all that, we probably should get started. So here we go.
So now we're going to talk about what's on our needles.
So what's on your needles, Mare?
This secret Doctor Who cowl designed by you.
Yes.
So I can't show you, but I'm using US 4s, 3.5 millimeters, and the yarn I'm using is Shamu Make Silver Twinkles Bright Sock Yarn.
Yeah, it's beautiful in a Doctor Who-ish colorway. Mm-hmm. And it's coming out along really well. I really, really like how it's turning out. So, yeah. What else is on your needles?
I'm still making these Ravenclaw socks. The pattern is CC's Vanilla Cappuccino socks.
Yes.
I'm using US 1.5, 2.5 millimeters, and the yarn is Mint Rain hand-dyed yarns Tough Sock in the Ravenclaw colorway.
Yes. So do you think you're going to finish them before we leave for London on Wednesday?
Maybe.
How much longer are you going to make the leg, or have you decided?
I don't know.
Because I usually make mine all the way to, like, right there.
That you did them all the way to the top.
Sometimes I do, but I do it at least to there. So, yeah. Looks good. Anything else?
No. So what are you working on?
I have 3 projects going right now. Let me scroll the show notes so I can see everything. First up is the Lely by Martina Bem. This is on US 1.5, 2.5 mil needles, and the yarns from the plain Nether Alderley in the Distant Waters colorway, and it's a gradient, and you can see that I have made it to the 4th color. Okay, I know this doesn't look very exciting. Can you help? Will you hold that one in the other corner? So it is a poncho, so that's why there's a neck hole. It's hard to see. So there's lace on all sides, but it's a parallelogram. So it started in this sea foamy green and then changed to a pale blue and then a little more turquoise, but now, just last night, it's gone to the dark blue. And I'm about halfway done with this part, so I'll keep doing this part like this up, and then it'll end with another, go up a little bit. Yeah, it'll end with another lace segment like this. And I have, where's the yarn? This is how much yarn I have left. So, it's coming along really well. I'm hoping to finish it before we go to London on Wednesday. So, and it's a gift for a friend. So, so there's that, and then I'm still working on my zigzag blanket, which is a pattern by Frankie Brown. I'm on US 4's 3.5 mil needles, and I'm using this Regia Floromania in the, is it leaf colorway? It's not coming out true to color at all because it's so bright. But I'm not even going to take it out of the needle case. So when we recorded last time, I was here, and so I've done 4 zigzags since then. And I'm not going to take this to London with us. I will just take a little holiday from it, and then when we get back, I will do it. And then I usually knit my, I'm looking for the yarn. I usually knit my weekly preemie hats on Sundays. And so this is Sunday, so that's what I'm doing. Actually, I'm going to probably knit 2 today because I'm not going to take the stuff for a second one with me. So this is from my free top-down preemie hat pattern on Ravelry. It's on US 6's 4 mil, and this is going to be hat number 35. I've just barely started on it. I'm using the leftover yarn from Pandia's Jewels hand-dyed snug in the Lollybrock colorway. So I did a stripe of the zigzag blanket in this, and now I'm knitting holding 2 strands together. And then I'll give you whatever's left for hexapuffs. So I'm working on that. And then the other one I'm going to knit is, I think it's an unknown yarn. Yeah. And it's just a turquoise. And I'll just do this single because it's more the weight that I typically use for hats. So that'll be number 35 and number 36. I'll show you them finished next time we record. That's everything that I'm working on. Let's move on to the next segment.
To talk about her finished project.
Yes, I've got one, and it doesn't look great like this because I don't have the right size sock blockers. So this is a pair of my CC Zanella Cappuccino socks on US 1.5's 2.5 mil, and the yarn is the Knitting Goddess UK 4-ply Brit sock in the Golden Wings Flutterby colorway. This was from a Golden Skein shipment. I like how it kind of stripes. Mm-hmm. But like I said, I don't have blockers the right size because these are not for me. They're for the hubs, but he's in the other room, so don't tell him. They're for our anniversary in a few weeks. So, so there they are. They need to be blocked still. I just finished them last night, and so I was like, well, I'm not going to block them yet. We'll show them on the podcast first. So there are those, and I think this made like project number 76 or 77 I finished for the year.
You're going to have more than 100.
I am going to have more than 100. So, because I still have like 17 preemie hats or something for the year to go. So that would get me up into the 90s. So, but that's all I finished. Let's move on to the next segment. And now it's time for our favorite part of the show, Yummies. What are Yummies, Mare?
Yummies are our current favorite things we like, things we want to talk to you about.
Yummies. So we have just a few this week. First up, I was gifted a pattern by Karen, who is Grammy Knitterbug on Ravelry. I'm going to put a picture of the hat up on the screen. It's the Phoenix hat, and it was written by Sally Cameron, she has a podcast.
Written by?
Designed by, the pattern was written by. It was designed by, whatever. She wrote it, she designed it. Sally Cameron, she has the Pink Hair Girl podcast. But this is a charity pattern to raise money for the Red Cross Children's Hospital Burns Unit, where she is located in Africa. And her daughter was like a big part of this. She's been raising money and donating hats and other things for the Burns unit. So if you have not seen this pattern yet, you should go look at it and think about buying it for yourself and or friends. Gift it to friends. And thank you, Karen Grammy Knitterbug, for gifting it to me. Appreciate you. I have one little thing to show you. This came from Tilly Flop, which you guys know I love Tilly Flop. She does she did this.
Yes.
The knitting, it looks like it's a knitting, it looks like knit stitches, but it's the little sayings that we use to teach people how to knit. And we have the tattoos that we got for the retreat. She did the dishcloth. We gave one away. Maybe in the winter cowl? Maybe. No, or the spring cowl, maybe. Anyway, she does a lot of stuff. But this, it's a yarn ball, but it's a coaster to put your drink on. How fab is that? She's got it in a couple colors, not pink. Otherwise I would have gotten a pink one. But there's a yarn ball. I was ordering some stuff for the retreat. And so I was like, okay, I'm going to get a yarn ball coaster for me too. And the other thing is today's our 3rd Podiversary. 3 years ago today, we recorded our very first podcast from Abilene, Texas. And y'all have been with us through a lot. Right around our first Podiversary, we moved here to Scotland. So, gosh, I can't... there's been so much happen during the last 3 years. And y'all have been along with us on the journey. So, anything you want to say about podcasting for 3 years? It's been fun.
Yeah.
And we hope for many, many more.
Yes.
Yes. And we want to say thank you to y'all. We love you guys. Because without y'all, we wouldn't do this. Because it'd be kind of boring to record this just for ourselves. You know what I mean? So, thanks for watching, y'all. Any other yummies I didn't write down?
I don't think so.
Okay. We're not going to show you hashtag GGK Crafty Pad pics this week. But let's tell you what it is, and then we will we'll show them the September list, because it's about to start. What is it?
Oh, it stands for Geeky Girls Knit Crafty Photo a Day Challenge, and we have a list of prompts for each month, and you take a picture for that day related to the prompt, and then you post it anywhere you like, but we pick our favorites from Instagram.
That's right. I got my yarn all twisted around my needles here. So I'm putting on the screen right now our September list, which will start on Tuesday. So, and there's a link in the show note also to tell you about GGK Crafty Pad in case you've never participated before. It's very easy. Just see the prompt, take a picture, post it, hashtag it GGK Crafty Pad, and yours might get chosen to be featured. Today's prompt is Geeky Girls Knit, which reminds me that we need to take a picture of us podcasting, because that's going to be my picture for today. Okay, so let's talk about upcoming events as well. So we're attending Yarn in the City, the Great London Yarn Crawl, in just 6 days. It's on Saturday, the 5th of September. We are in Team Camel. We'll be going to Loop, Fringe, and Knit with Attitude, and we're very excited about that. So if you're going to be there, look us up, because we would love to meet you or see you again if we've met you before.
And now, let's talk about the Geeky Puffin Palooza, which is a retreat. You and I and our friend Sam are co-hosting here in Edinburgh from Thursday the 29th of October to Sunday the 1st of November.
Yes. So if you have not signed up for the retreat, there are still spaces, so go do that if you would like to attend. If you are coming to the retreat, yesterday, Saturday would that be the 29th?
I think so.
Anyway, yesterday we sent out a very big email, very extremely important email about your classes, your roommates, if you are in a twin room, about a kit for one of the classes, and about t-shirts. So if you have not responded to that yet, go check your inbox and respond to that, because it's very, very important that we hear back from you on that. If you aren't able to come to the whole retreat but would like to come to the vendor market and or take a class, you need to go sign up for our email newsletter. That's where you'll get all the details. The vendor market for the public is going to be on Saturday the 31st of October from 1 to 3 p.m. It's a £3 entry fee or a donation of one knitted or crocheted item for charity. And then the classes we are going to be opening to the public, I believe it's on the 12th of September, but if you're a member of our newsletter, you will be able to sign up for them early on the 11th of September. It's a Friday, Saturday. I think that's right. The 11th and the 12th. So, if they have not signed up, or if they want to go sign up for the newsletter or whatever, where do they need to go?
GeekyPuffinKnitPalooza.com.
Yes. And that's where everything is. All right, let's move on to the next segment.
talk about what we're reading and watching.
And you're taking your hashtag GGK Crafty Pad picture for today because the prompt today is Geeky Girls Knit for our Podiversary. All right, so what are you reading?
I'm still reading Allegiant by Veronica Roth. I think I only have a few more chapters.
Okay, that's very good.
So.
Have you started reading anything for school yet?
No.
Okay. I'm still reading my nonfiction book, Christ Plays in 10,000 Places, A Conversation in Spiritual Theology, by Eugene H. Peterson. And then fiction-wise, I finished reading book 2, which was called Trespass, from the T.J. Peacock and Lisa Rayburn mysteries by Marla Madison. And it was really good. Remember last week I was like, I can recommend the first book. The second one I hopefully can recommend, but I'd only read a little bit. It was really, really good too. So I'm hoping there'll be more. And then I started reading the Curse Keepers collection by Denise Grover Swank, which I talked about her before because she's the one that wrote the books that were like 30 whatever and a half whatevers, or 29 and a half whatevers. They were romance mysteries. And so I'm reading this collection. So I finished the first book, which was called The Curse Keepers. And then there was a novella called This Place is Death that I finished. And then I started reading book 2, which is The Curse Breakers. And I'm enjoying it. It's really interesting. It's actually set around the story, the legend of the lost colony, Roanoke. And for some reason, that had showed up in my life somehow in the last...
Supernatural.
Oh, yes, it was an episode of Supernatural.
We're not to that yet.
I know, but there was an episode of Supernatural about Roanoke, and then I started reading this book, and I was like, hey, wait, I just was watching a show, watching an episode about that. So I'm really, really enjoying it so far. So, yay. All right, let's talk TV quickly. You want to start?
Yeah, we're rewatching season 7 of Star Trek: The Next Generation. Stargate: The Next Generation.
That would be fun.
Star Trek: The Next Generation and season 2 of Star Trek: Deep Space Nine.
Anything quickly you want to say about those?
No. Oh, Jordy, I cannot stun my cat.
Yeah, that was funny last night.
Up is no. Down is good. Up is no.
Yeah, that was Data trying to train Spot the cat. And then you and I are watching season 1 of The Blacklist. We got to watch a couple episodes this week, or since we last recorded, and we're enjoying that. And then the Hubs and I are watching season 8 of Murdoch Mysteries, and I just was heartbroken last night because, okay, so Constable Crabtree got promoted to detective, so he's going to be a detective like Murdoch, but he had reconnected with this lady from his childhood, and they reconnected, and her husband had died serving in the military, and they reconnected, Crabtree and she did, and he proposed to her, and then they were sitting around the table talking because the lady had a stepson, but she was caring for him still as her son after the father died. And then they're sitting around the table talking about them getting married, and the husband they all thought was dead, walked in the door. And so it broke my heart for Crabtree. He's so sad. But I think we just have one episode left of season 8, and then we're caught up, and season 9 starts, I want to say sometime in September or October. So... and then I'm watching season 2 of Supernatural, and I'm like almost to the end of season 2 because I have been like marathoning it while I've been working because I've had lots of projects going on and dealing with retreat stuff and everything. So I've been marathoning it, and I'm enjoying it. And then the Hubs and I are watching season 6 of Rizzoli and Isles, and then we finished watching season 1 of Dark Matter last night. Holy crap!
I feel so betrayed right now.
Oh my gosh.
I feel so betrayed. I trusted him.
I think all 3 of us at the very end were like, what? Because the traitor was not who we expected it to be.
I trusted him. He was father figure.
Oh my gosh, yeah. And so it better get renewed for season 2, or they just, can you imagine? We will not be happy if it does not get renewed.
Oh, and Will Wheaton was in it.
Oh yeah, oh my gosh.
He was evil.
He was playing a very bad guy. And there was,
I feel betrayed.
there was also another appearance by, what's his name from Stargate?
David Hewitt.
Yeah. So.
I feel betrayed right now.
That was, yeah. Oh my gosh. And that's everything that we've been reading, watching, and listening to, so we probably should move on to the next segment. And now we're going to talk about the summertime and the living is easy. Cow. So this actually ends on Monday.
The day that this goes live.
Yes. So we're actually not going to go through all the stuff because it's ending. So we'll just say, if you have not posted your picture and you're watching this the day it goes live, post it now. You can see all the prizes in the show notes, and we will go through them in detail on the next episode when we award the winners. But Mare, why don't you give a shout out to people who finished projects since we last recorded?
Abby In, A Tara, Angie's Hip ×2, Ange in the East, Benji J ×2, Bray Canine ×18, C Bogovic ×2, Crochet Chick 31, Eileen D, Faithful Knitter ×3, Francis NOJD ×2, Kana Soup.
I think it's Canna Soup.
Oh, Canna Soup. Karenina 4777, Katie Jane 82, Little Angel SG2, Muzzer Z ×2, POK DEJ, Rue CMC ×3, and Smushy Bear ×7.
Great job, everybody. So go post your pictures. All right, let's talk about the next cow.
And now we're going to talk about our September, October, November Artistic Autumnal Cal.
Yes, we had to do the articulation of the A's. So this is going to start September 1st and run through the 30th of November. It's for any project that you knit, crochet, weave, or spin, you convince us that is related to autumn. How can they do that, Mare?
Color, colorway name, pattern, pattern name, design element, purpose.
And if they can't do any of that?
You made it in the autumn.
Yes, we are cheater friendly. However, no whips are allowed. You have to start at September 1st or later, and you have to finish by the 30th of November. Feel free to double dip in other cows. That's totally fine with us. We do have some prizes. Let me see here. So the first one is from Christy, who is Christy Ray on Ravelry. She has donated 3 coupon codes for $5.50 to my Ravelry pattern store. So that will get you either one pattern, or you can use it to take $5.50 off any of the collections. And then Eileen, who is Twisting Pearls on Ravelry, she donated a skein of Rocky Mountain Dye Works Kicking Horse sock yarn in the Wisteria colorway. And then Jody, who is AZ Knitwit, donated a skein of her own, that she dyed this, sun-soaked yarns, superwash fingering yarn in the Scarecrow in the Corn Maze colorway, which is perfect for an autumnal cow. And then from our bag of prizes, we have a pair of Yellow Bear Wears Lilac and Black knitting needle earrings. If anybody else would like to donate a prize, just send me, Java Pearl, a PM on Ravelry, or email us at geekygirlsknit@gmail.com. Every project you finish counts as one entry into the giveaway. You need to post a picture. Oh, yes. One entry into the cow. Sorry, I'm thinking giveaways because we have a bunch coming up. So you have to post a picture in the FO thread, and please no chatter in the FO thread. You have to be a member of our Ravelry group to enter. And I found a typo that I'm going to fix as soon as we stop recording this section. You have to be a member of our Ravelry group, and if you're the winner, one of the winners, you'll have 30 days to claim your prize. If you have any questions, you can post in the chatter thread for this cow, and we will answer them. And that's everything. So we're looking forward to the Artistic Autumnal Cow. All right, let's move on to the next segment. So we have a review today. Damaris, you're going to have to say the name because I say it wrong.
You don't say it wrong. Both these are right. Gawain's Shield or Gawain's Shield.
And this is a book of patterns by Karen Robinson. So Mare, could you give us like a synopsis of like the story that's behind these?
Well, they're inspired by the story Sir Gawain and the Green Knight, and
Yeah. So she actually does a really, really in-depth introduction about the story and how it's changed and such over the years.
Mm-hmm.
But then she also like tells us the story about what's happening. And then, I'm still scrolling because she's still telling us the story because it's amazing. So this book has 5 shawls and an accessory pattern. So here they all are together. And they are all inspired by the virtues of being a knight, right?
Yes.
Okay, so we start with, since there's only 6 patterns, we're going to show you them all. This one is generosity. Hopefully you can see that. And this one is knit with fingering weight. And so she says, generosity covers more than just giving money, and in many ways it can be thought of as giving a helping hand. The lace border resembles fingers, providing that helping hand on this shawl. So there is a close-up of the edging. And then we move to fellowship, and this is one of your favorites, yes?
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the picture of it. And she says, because fellowship refers to how knights interact with one another, I chose this yarn for the name. Lancelot is a knight whose fellowship is well known. Also, the worsted weight yarn gives the shawl more solidity. That's how you say that, right? Solidity?
I think so.
Okay. As does the wider border, which emphasizes the positive relationship between knights. So here is a picture of the edging. Anything you want to say about that one?
Well, not just about that one, but I like how all the yarns used are inspired by Arthurian legends.
Yeah, there's another picture of it. Okay, so then the next one is chastity, which is one of my favorites. And she says, although chastity did not mean knights could not have sex at all, Galahad was the embodiment of chastity and was one of the truly pure knights, and thus one of the very few able to achieve the quest of the Holy Grail. And this is a sport weight yarn. She uses the colorways Glastonbury and Excalibur. So I really, really love this edging. It's got a gathered shell as part of it. And then the next one is courtesy, which you and I both really liked.
Yeah.
So there's that. So let's see what it says. Courtesy was the way knights treated other people, trying not to be offensive or do harm. Of all of these 5 virtues, it was perhaps the most important, which is why the Camelot yarn base, the seat of Arthur's court, was chosen for this shawl. The spiral-like design on the border is also reflective of the knot, how do you say his name? Gawain gets himself into by trying so hard not to be discourteous to Lady, I'm thinking it's Bertilock, that he ultimately breaks his word to his host. So this is a fingering weight. Look at that edging. Stunning. So, so beautiful. There's another picture of it. Really, really like that one. And then we have piety. And this one is, piety involves a knight's religious ideals, and Avalon, although often seen as a pagan place, can also represent the religious Christianity of knighthood. Indeed, a small church once stood on Glastonbury Tor, thought to be the location of Avalon. The stitch pattern on the border is fairly simple and not flashy, allowing the beauty of the merino silk yarn to be the star of this shawl. So this is a DK weight. And there is the edging. There's another picture of it. And then the final pattern is the green girdle, which is a belt. Although we think of a girdle as something else today, the girdle described in Sir Gawain and the Green Knight would have been worn as a belt. This pattern uses the I-cord technique and a simple cable stitch to create a narrow textured belt. This is done in fingering weight. And there's a close-up of the belt. And that is the entire book. Amazing. I love that she tells the story.
Yeah.
Because it makes the patterns make so much more sense after we've read the story and know what it's about and then see all the patterns. Yeah. So this was Gawain's Shield by Karen Robinson. This book actually does not release until Tuesday the 1st of September, which when we're recording, that's 2 days from now. This podcast will go live on the 31st of August though. So Karen has given us a physical copy of the book to give away to one of y'all. So, but the giveaway thread is not going to open until Tuesday the 1st of September when the book goes live. And so once we unlock that thread, we're going to ask you to go look at the patterns in the collection, which there'll be a link in the thread on Ravelry, and then come back and tell us what your favorite is. And we will leave it open for, it'll actually end up being about 2.5 weeks since our recording schedule is kind of off right now. And we'll announce the winner in episode 158. If you want to purchase a print copy or an electronic copy, we're going to put the links in the show notes. The print copy and electronic copy, I believe, is just under $25 US, and I believe just the print copy is just under $20 US. So thanks again to Karen Robinson for gifting us a copy of the book and for donating a physical copy of it to give away to one of y'all. We hope you enjoyed the review, and we hope you'll check out Gawain's Shield by Karen Robinson. All right, let's move on to the next segment. So now it's time for giveaways. First up, we need to announce the winner of the Jan B. Smiley giveaway. So the winner is going to get a poke me knot, which is you put your needles in and put it in your bag so that they don't poke through and so you don't drop stitches off. Mm-hmm. And then there is a lose me knot, which is the perfect size for tapestry needles to sew in your ends. You get it off?
It comes off. It does. It really does.
Did you just put lotion on?
No.
There we go. It's got suction, so that's why it's hard to get off. And then the third one is the Lose Me Not Mini that has stitch markers in it. So, just before we recorded, we closed the thread and did the random number generator. And the winner is, do you want to say who the winner is?
Anne, who is Bead Weasel from Michigan.
So congrats, Anne. Please send me, Java Pearl, a PM on Ravelry with your full name and address so we can mail these out to you. It might be after we get back from London, though, before I can post them, just depending on when you get back to me. So, congrats, Anne. And thank you so much to Jan for the giveaway. And if you want to purchase some, if you weren't the winner and want to purchase them, there are some coupon codes in the show notes, I believe. I'll try to remember, make sure they're in there. But they're also on the project page of her projects on Etsy. So, yay. So congrats to Anne. Now we have, are you going to put this back there? We have a third Podiversary giveaway. We're actually going to have 2 winners. You want to hold that one or this one?
That one, because that's the one you keep misnaming.
Yes, I do keep misnaming. So it's our third Podiversary. So we wanted to give y'all West Yorkshire Spinners Signature 4-ply yarn. So these are from the Country Birds collection. And this is, hold on, let me get it. This is pheasant.
Are you sure it's not peacock?
That's what I keep trying to call it, is peacock. It's a
I don't
pheasant.
think a peacock is a country bird.
And this is self-striping. And then what do you have?
This is the blue tit colorway.
And it's also self-striping.
I wanted to get the wood pigeon colorway, which is that one.
With the purple in it.
But there wasn't any.
Yeah, she was sold out of that. So, so we bought these 2 skeins for y'all. So in order, we're going to have 2 winners. One person will win one and one person will win the other. It'll be random. We'll just draw one and then draw the other. So there's a giveaway thread in our Ravelry group, and we want you to earburn a friend of yours who is not a member of the group and invite them to come watch the podcast. So, And if they do that and join the group, then they can enter to win the skeins, one of the skeins. So that's our third Podiversary giveaway. Thank y'all for watching with us for 3 years, and 2 of you will win a skein of this coveted West Yorkshire Spinners signature 4-ply. I cannot
They're
talk.
miniature spinners.
But this is made in Yorkshire, England. It's spun there and dyed there, and it's fabulous. I've knit with
that one and this one.
an owl.
And owl, and I think there's another one you've knit with?
No, I think the other 2 I haven't knit with yet. So I've got wood pigeon up there to do for your birthday socks, and
Have you done stuff with mallard?
no, and bullfinch to knit for the hubs at some point. But no, I have not done mallard. That's the one I don't have. So I've knit with both of these though. I have socks out of this, and these were socks for a friend, and the one out of the owl was socks for the hubs. So highly recommend this yarn. If you would like to purchase some, Jess at Ginger Twist Studio has it. I'm not sure if it's on her website, but if you want it, you could send her a message, and I'm sure she would sell it to you and send it out. So, all right, let's move on to the next segment. That's it. Hopefully this episode is not super long, because we really tried to make it shorter for y'all. So, just a few announcements. I am doing a sock kit. It is called the I Love You More Than Pumpkin Spice sock kit. I love all things pumpkin spice, as y'all know. I talk about it all the time. I love pumpkin spice. So this kit is going to have a sock pattern from me, and the pattern is amazing, right?
Right.
Tavares has been knitting it.
Right.
Do you like how it's turning out?
Yes.
Yeah, I like it too. I had to play with it and make it work, but it's amazing. So it's going to have that sock pattern from me. It's going to have 2 50-gram skeins of 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon yarn, dyed by Rainbow Heirloom, who is Emily from Tid Can Knits. Mm-hmm. And her yarn is amazing. And how is it knitting with that?
Yes.
Yeah, it's so squishy. It's so wonderful. I really like it. And then there will be 4 pumpkin spice themed goodies. So this is going to go on sale at 10 a.m. British BST time on Monday the 14th of September.
It stands for British Standard Time.
I thought we were still on British Summer Time.
Oh.
I don't know. 10 a.m. This is not a first come first serve. There's plenty for everyone. I'm not going to put a limit. So it's going to open, the pre-orders are going to open at 10 a.m. on Monday the 14th of September and close at 10 p.m. on Saturday the 26th of September. So not quite 2 weeks to buy yours. And so at 10 a.m. on Monday the 14th, it's going to go on sale on my website, javapearldesigns.com. And and the price, it's going to be $40 US plus shipping. I'm going to charge the shipping costs that I believe it's going to be for that, but when I ship it out, if it costs less, I will refund the excess shipping cost to you. And I don't think I said this last time, but if you're coming to the Geeky Puffin Palooza retreat and would like to purchase a kit, you can. I can give it to you there, and that way you wouldn't have to pay shipping. Or if you're local to Edinburgh and want to buy a kit, we can work out meeting up to give it to you, so you don't have to pay shipping. So this is going to be a pre-order for those dates in September, and it will ship out no later than the 23rd of October.
And where do they go to buy it?
I said that already. JavaPearlDesigns.com. It's not there yet, but it will be on the 14th of September. If you have any questions, post them in the thread or send me a message. Okay, recording schedule. Obviously, you know we're doing a weird recording schedule because we're leaving for London in a couple days. So this episode obviously is releasing on Monday the 31st of August. I almost said October.
Yeah.
October in the brain. The next episode, episode 157, will release on Friday the 11th of September, and it will have all about our London trip fun, and the third Podiversary giveaway winners will be announced. And then we'll be back to our normal schedule with episode 158 releasing on Thursday the 17th of September. So thanks for bearing with us while we adjust things a little bit. Anything else other than our normal stuff?
Yeah.
Okay, we're Amazon.com and .co.uk affiliates. If you purchase something from them after clicking through our website, Amazon gives us a little money for whatever you purchase. It costs you nothing extra, but it's a great way to support the podcast. To purchase things like these prizes of Shropshire Spinners Signature 4-ply. I said it right that time. Spinachers. That should be a new word. So thanks to those of y'all who do that. You can just go to our website, and then there's links there to click through to Amazon. Speaking of which, where can they find us online, Mare?
You can find us at geekygirlsknit.com. There are links to everywhere else we are online. YouTube, iTunes, Ravelry, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, etc.
Yep. And with that, we're going to tell you goodbye. Thanks for being with us for the last 3 years, and we hope it's many, many more. And we love you guys. And we will talk to y'all next time in about a week and a half. Watch us on Instagram for pics of our London fun. Until next time, happy knitting. Bye.
Bye.
Happy third Podiversary to us. Happy third Podiversary to us. Happy third Podiversary. Happy third Podiversary. Happy third Podiversary to us. And many more.
On Channel 4.
And here's our cake picture, because we did get cake, and it was yummy because we cheated and ate some yesterday, even though it wasn't our Podiversary yet. But there's more. We'll eat some today.
Happy Podiversary to us.
Da, da, da. Huh?